Marshall's success in retaking Lincoln was an overwhelming victory for the Royalists. The rebel barons had been defeated, and their French allies driven out of England altogether. William Marshall now focused on creating a stable kingdom for the young King Henry III. To maintain the backing of the rebels, in 1217, a royal seal of approval was given to a reissued Magna Carta, limiting the power of the monarchy. Many barons held lands in both England and Normandy. But now they faced a choice. On which side of the Channel would they make their home? Many chose England. The cross-Channel kingdom was over, establishing a clear English identity. But the impact of the Normans on England's evolution is still felt today. Almost 1,000 years later, the surviving Norman castles and cathedrals still dominate the landscape. In the midst of the modern city, William the Conqueror's fortress, the Tower of London, remains a powerful reminder of their legacy. But it's the unseen influence of the Normans that endures. The Norman invasion changed the English language and established the foundations of modern parliament and governance. And it's all because one man, William the Conqueror, claimed the English crown that he believed by rights was his. The Normans conquered a country and changed the course of England forever.
And that was the Norman conquest. Next is the 100 Years' War. 1351, the Combat of the 30. England's king waged war for his claim to France. In the midst of violent raids and devastating battles, one tournament of champions would uphold the values of chivalry.
In 1350, what we know as the idyllic French countryside was a living hell. For more than 15 years, the people had suffered at the hands of English invaders. Little did they know that this war would last for another 100 years. But through this crucible of fighting, famine, and plague, there would emerge the modern nation of France. England's King, Edward III, looked jealously across the English Channel. Wanting France for his own, he had added the fleur-de-lis, the symbol of France, to his own royal standard. This was an all-out declaration of war. And in 1337, he invaded. But France already had a king, Philippe VI. As the English burned their way across the land, Philippe's army and his legendary knights marched to meet them and came face to face with the English longbow. A simple weapon, but the most devastating the knights had ever faced. The heroes of France fell to storms of English arrows. the war engulfed the French countryside. By 1351, the conflict was focused on Brittany. One fight stands out as a spectacular display of chivalry and a symbol of the wider conflict between the two enemy nations. The Combat of the 30 is still commemorated here in Brittany. It was a dispute between two local families. Supported by the opposing sides in the war, the French and English commanders decided to settle it through a trial of knightly combat. Each side would choose 30 champions to fight on neutral ground. France prepared to defend itself against England's finest.
The Combat of the 30. The French captain Jean Le Beaumanoir would enlist 30 great fighters to defend France's claim to Brittany. On the opposing side, England's fiercest champions represented their king. The two sides would clash in an arena of chivalric combat. Difficult word.
Intent on ending the suffering of the French peasantry, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir sent a challenge to the English commander. 30 champions on each side would compete in a tournament for final claim to Brittany. With the battleground of the Halfway Oak agreed upon, Sir Jean set out to gather support from local knights. As a knight himself, Sir Jean followed the strict rules of chivalry and was expected to protect the local peasantry and ensure peace.
Mon arway baigne avec moi. Si comme vos voldrez. Je suis votre serveuse.
Grazie.
Pour votre service.
Most medieval tournaments were friendly in nature, held for sport and glory, but the Combat of the 30 was arranged between opponents mired in war. English raids had torn through the countryside of Brittany and brought great hardship to the people.
Avant, compagnon. Quand je commande, avant. Incontinent. Apertisez votre courage.
Sir Jean spotted an English raiding party attacking a nearby farmstead.
Aveillez-vous.
Apertisez votre courage, compagnon.
The French knights defeated the English raiders, and Sir Guy de Rochefort joined Sir Jean's party.
Okay, so we can demoralize nearby enemies for 5 seconds. 10
Sir
seconds
Jean's
here.
search next brought him to Sir Geoffroy du Bois, whose squires were contending with a detachment of English longbowmen. The knights would use the great speed of their war horses to charge the archers and overwhelm them.
50 seconds.
The English longbowmen fell, but the French knights knew the enemy would attempt to retake the hilltop fortification and steeled themselves for further attacks. With Sir Geoffroy by his side, Sir Jean had secured the outpost.
Okay, that's it. What?
Acceptez vos wand, je commande, avant. Si comme vos voldrez.
Okay, next. Next is here.
Pour votre service. Avant, compagnon. Avant, compagnon.
Looking to secure his honor, a young knight held his ground on a bridge in Sir Jean's path.
Okay.
Honor reste obéi. Nous prenons troupe de traite.
You have no chance.
Honorably conceding defeat in the duel, Sir Yves Charel joined the cause.
donc, en avoué. Comme vos blessed. Un pied ci, un pied là.
Okay.
Mettons-nos sans l'avouer.
Halfway oak. Knock knock.
Et comprenne.
Sir Jean entered the staging area for the tournament, where he prepared to choose which knights would join him in battle.
Ooh, okay.
Each knight would be accompanied by his squires, young nobles in training to become knights themselves.
Okay, select champions. The spearman with the healing ability. Infantry with a Sunder. Demoralize ability. The movement speed. Cavalry. Man at arms. Release all nearby allies to increase their armor for 15 seconds. Boah, it's difficult. I think movement speed is not so useful? Question mark? I think I will choose... I want to have healing. Or man at arms. It's... why is this so difficult? Healing. Oh, I can choose two. Healing. Healing and maybe armor. Which combo makes sense? Armor.
Sir Jean had selected his champions. As the sun rose, the two sides entered the arena, ready for the first round of combat.
Wow, that's so cool. Looks good. What?
The French were at a disadvantage following the first round, but they would use the break to strengthen their forces.
Okay. Unit armor and damage can be upgraded at blacksmith. Okay. Return to the field when ready.
Refreshed and reinvigorated, the French knights returned to the arena for another round of combat. The combat of the 30 was about to decide which nation would control the Duchy of Brittany.
looks good, it looks good, it looks good. Yes.
Triumphant, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir and his loyal knights claimed victory. The combat of the 30 had decided control of Brittany in favor of the French. Little did the two sides know, this was just the beginning of a bitter war that would outlive them all.
Victory.
After victory at the combat of the 30, the French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince. But France's King John II was closing in. Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September 1356. The French army outnumbered the English by thousands. King Jean himself joined the fight, but what seemed a certain victory for France soon turned into a nightmare. The English longbow devastated the mighty French army. An endless hail of arrows gutted the main French force. Then the English captured King Jean. The fight was over. The Battle of Poitiers was another catastrophic defeat for the French. The English had destroyed most of France's nobility in a single day. Now they turned their attention towards taking the French capital, Paris. The invaders marched unopposed towards Paris. The remains of some of the medieval walls of Paris still stand today. As the English army approached, the terrified locals sought shelter behind these defenses. Could France's capital withstand the full might of the Black Prince's army?
The Siege of Paris. The English were coming from Paris, as Parisians took shelter behind the capital's walls. The French army prepared to defend the city. Only their determination and a few feet of stone stood between victory and defeat.
The English Black Prince had raided the French countryside without mercy, and now his army had come for the capital. With the English on their doorstep, it fell to the French army and the people of Paris to defend the walls of their proud city. Hoping to avoid open battle, the French began fortifying the city, manning the walls and calling every available soldier to his post.
Okay. Whoa. Bring your villagers into Paris.
As the French hastened their preparations, several detachments of English soldiers were spotted closing in on the city.
Okay. Do I have villages here?
Advertens tous cives exploiteurs. Fourrière est ma toute vie. Allons, s'adresse tous.
Okay.
Nos salaires.
Here.
Vaiets moe boire, ives de... Lassets moe exploit. Veille à la mine.
Manens, reste à œuvrer. Cives exploitières. Oui, là. Laisse ouïr. D'accord.
More villages. Many more villages. Anyone here? Oh, yeah.
Si, me volets. Veille à la mine.
Oil, vestiaire de moe, oil.
What?
The English showed no mercy, burning their way to Paris via 3 routes, each of which was home to villages and farms that supplied the capital.
Oui,
Wait,
dans fourrière.
can you win this? How? Okay, I'm not sure if that's actually possible.
Si, comme volets. Des guerres manance. Veille à la mine.
Or maybe I'm just too slow. No villagers, no villagers. Whoops, no.
Reste pour la besogne, à votre commandement. Fourrière, ma toute vie.
Oof. Or maybe I lost one in an attack.
Manance,
That's the reason.
fourrière est ma toute vie.
Okay.
Voyez les ordonnances à votre commandement.
Side.
Lassets moe exploité.
Attendez, manance. Nos devons salaire. Oui, la veste.
Yeah, I think that's it. Nobody here, nobody here, nobody here, nobody here. Okay, all are inside. Okay, well that's... I have all on stone now. Wait, there isn't even
Manance, reste à œuvrer. À votre commandement.
a mining camp.
Dos dialores. Oyez tout le monde. Pour vous servir. Péquière mériens.
Reste pour la besogne, Manance. Que faut-il donc besoigner? Manance, des guerres puissantes, Manance. Un besoin. Manance, un gaming.
Let's build some fields. Holy shit.
Juste y a Laurez. Lance bâti, je s'essuie.
Okay, that's not nice. Okay.
As the French continued to rally their army, the English took the last of the surrounding villages and had almost encircled Paris.
Oh, jetzt marschiert hier, Muetrestos. Fouillers, Matute.
Entre Versailles.
With the countryside in flames and the English at the city gates, the French armies steeled themselves for battle. Now came the capital's true test, with the mighty walls of Paris hold against a fearsome English siege.
No.
The Parisian Guard raised the alarm as the English began their first assault on the city walls.
Where? Oh god.
Attendez, second vos
Les commandements viennent. On the Guerpits, object.
Come on, let the bowman do the job.
When the gents down, first camps.
Archers. Oh, jetzt commandements. J'y vais de ces pas.
Soyez prêts, compagnons.
No attack from the other side yet. Couple more archers.
Lancière, archers. Prenez vos axes. On the Guerpits, archers.
Same side again. Okay. Let them shoot. Okay. Other side. We have to split.
The French army fought valiantly, repelling the first English attack.
Oh no! No! Rush! Shoot!
L'or se bâtit, je s'essuie.
À l'assaut, chevalier! Avance, compagnon!
Okay,
Ici,
group
novice
1,
commandement.
group 2,
L'heure est de besoigner.
and continue producing. We need more food. We need definitely more food.
Access incontinent.
Okay.
Votre jetzt vos amouets. Soyez, je suis votre... Attendez, les commandements.
Archers. Les commandements viennent.
it, and go back, behind the wall, Hello, no, stop. No, stop. Holy shit, no. Okay, any other attacks? Okay, that's next here. Question is, should I counter-attack?
Archers, attention. Dites-moi vos messages. Archers, archers.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Come on.
Albertan seulement. Tous de gars-là, Max.
That's... Where?
Compagnons, hors votre service. L'heure est de besoigner. Chefs.
Oh yes, allons, c'est ça. Tous. Je vais rapporter sur ma nuée.
Oh, me fa au crime.
Albertan de demande.
No one gold.
Oui, da. Ressuire.
Compagnon, reste dans la
No. Go back in. This is good enough.
Compagnon, s'obtempère, s'avise et compresse.
Allons.
Reste-nous sommes prêts. Retrayez face à moi. Je suis votre serveuse. Avertissez votre oreille, compagnon.
Okay. Are you repairing? Yes, you have repaired. You can repair this.
The French defense of their capital held firm, wearing down the English invaders one by one.
Je commande avant.
Attestement vos, archers. Archers, allons priement. Archers, en la voie. Je confirme. Archers, allons priement.
Soyez avertissez votre courage, compagnon.
Oh.
Adverta, allons, ça traite. Marche arrière, ouais, Trestos.
On va se faire. J'exploite les réparements.
À l'archon, chevalier.
Chestmes vos overlest. Overlest au col.
No. Come back. Ah, that was not good. That's not good.
Comme il vous plaît.
Can do this. No, 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 no. You are not doing this. Right?
Archère, Olivier commandement. Si, comme le volet.
Ah!
Archers, j'obtiens faire.
God damn it.
Although the walls of Paris had been breached, the French could still hold the city, so long as its mighty landmarks did not fall.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I need more forces. Come on, help, help. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. No, stupid little Hello, hello. Oh my god. You're kidding me.
The enemy grew ever more desperate as their ranks thinned and their hopes of victory faded.
Okay.
Attendez les commandements pour votre service.
Oh wow.
Avant, compagnon.
Quel est votre plaisir?
Le vers où faut-il Archère? Si, comme le volet.
No.
L'heure, certes. Compagnon. Ennemis massifs.
No, I'm not destroying my tower. I need food. Oh, shit. shit, I need food. Oh no, oh no.
Oh, elle tire de moi. Advertasi, les exploiteurs. Leur bâtisse, c'est... Si veg outchamps. Oh, jetzt les ordonnances.
Si les exploitiers.
No. Oh god.
Bonne besogne et fait.
En besogne.
Pardon.
Giovanni Bastir.
Manuel assouvi. Bella. Oh, jetzt les ordonnances. Pas jetzt moins besoin. Longtemps bat-il demeurer. Oh, me faut trahir. Si veg outchamps.
Oh shit.
Access met apertisets votre courage. Attendez, retrayez vos à moi.
Arbalestre. Avance, arbalestière. Soyez archer.
Je suis votre serveuse.
Arbalestre. Jetsmet boss. Si veille. Arbalestière, avance.
Service und Ordnance.
No, shoot. That's okay. That's okay. Oh. Wait.
Si comme vos voldrez.
Jetsmet boss. Arbalestière, avance. Archer. Voici.
Soyez prêts. Incontinent.
Come on. Back. Holy shit. Oh man. I think that's lost. Destroy this. Ah. Nah. Ah. Oh god. Yeah, that looks bad.
Oh, me faut...
Oh, yes, comme un volet. Travail mon train.
Service und Ordnance.
Who is attacking this? Wait. Can we do this? Come on. Attack. Repair this. Yes. What? I did it?
Defeated and demoralized by the strength of the French defense, the Black Prince's army abandoned their siege of the capital. Paris celebrated victory, but this was not the last test the French would face in their struggle to win the war.
Wow. Wow, that looked close. Holy chivalry. That was so close.